Hello, my beautiful soul growers, and welcome to another episode of The Growth Frequency. My name is Elsa. I am the spiritual sister you never had, and I'm so honored to have you here today. For those of you who don't know me, I love everything spiritual, and my goal of this podcast is to help you raise your frequency and set yourself free. Because this is your life, and it's time to live it to the max. Okay, so let's dive in. Today, we're going to be talking about the frequency of visibility. And to clarify what this actually means, visibility is genuinely an energy. For example, think of your favorite celebrity, maybe Robert Pattinson. Okay, let's think about Nicki Minaj, right? She's classic. The moment she walks in a room, all eyes are on her. Another great example is Rihanna. Whenever Rihanna walks in a room, all of a sudden, all eyes are on her. She's being watched. She's being praised. Now, that is an energy, because the thing is, if you naturally attract attention in your life, if you naturally draw attention based on your energy, maybe based on the way you dress, so many different factors, but the truth is, if you are commonly seen or stand out, I guarantee you one of your sole purposes in this life, yes, to bring your light to the world, but I guarantee you it is in a way that requires being seen and being able to hold being visible to the world. Okay, because understanding that anytime you are being asked to step into a new level is a moment where your visibility is genuinely questioned. It is put to the test. Can they hold this weight? So when we're being asked to upgrade our energy to that next level, to maybe that dream body, maybe that dream relationship, maybe that career, maybe that promotion at work, maybe a new dynamic with friends, family, maybe it's hitting a certain social media goal. Whatever it is, I want you to think about an area of your life where you're trying to hit that next level, or where you've had a goal for a while and you're like, I want to hit this, I want to get this, okay? And I want you to just keep that goal in your mind. Ask yourself, maybe it's having that dream body, maybe it's having that dream relationship with someone who loves you, adores you, respects you, cherishes you, right? Maybe it's finally feeling comfortable stepping up and accepting that promotion, or stepping up and choosing to work in the way you can, but maybe you're afraid to. So when we're being asked to upgrade our energy to that next level, to that area in your life where you're thinking about where you want to step to that next level, there are certain things you need to do to alchemize the pressure of self-sabotage into your fuel that will grow you and allow you to step into that next level. So that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. Okay, so we're going to talk about the duality, the polarity of visibility, and also 3 steps you can take today to start tapping into this visibility frequency. All right, so number 1, incremental increases. Okay, whenever we are doing anything in life, the best way to start is always baby steps, okay? Think about it when you were fresh out the womb. Did you start running a marathon? No, you took your time doing your thing, and then eventually you took your first step, right? So the spiritual aspect of being seen and feeling this frequency of visibility is the same understanding. Baby steps, okay? You need to inch yourself out of your comfort zone, because if you take a giant leap, yeah, you absolutely can. And honestly, sometimes you will. But for a good majority, when you take too big of a leap, sometimes that can snap and send you back into hiding. Okay, so we're going to talk about incremental increases. And this is something you can do. I'm going to give different examples, but number 1, if it's your dream body, I want you to start journaling about how good it feels to have your dream body, how people treat you, how you show up in the gym, how you show up different, how your energy feels different, maybe how you feel so good eating those right foods, okay? Incremental increases can look like so many different things, but honestly, journaling, and you can visualize too, absolutely, honestly, whatever makes you happy here. I love to visualize stuff. But I want you to set up a space, a time in your life, a moment in your day where you can just step aside and be like, okay, what's next? And how can I prepare my energy for it? And that will be journaling. That will be taking time to actually prepare your body for the success that is yours, okay? Because the thing is, your energy already can have all your energy already has it all. Everything that will ever exist is already a vibration. It's already an energetic existence, right? The thing that needs to get into place, if you will, is your human vessel, your human body, okay? So we are going to talk about some nervous system regulation today, because that is so important in being seen and the visibility behind it, okay? Now, incremental increase. If it's a dream relationship, I want you to go on Pinterest and find a picture that represents, like, I don't know, something of how this partner is going to treat you. Maybe it's POV holding hands, maybe it's them hug. I want you to find a picture. I want you to set that as your lock screen, right? You can have multiple lock screens so it doesn't just stay, but I want you to start to prepare your energy for seeing, a partner who loves you so much on your lock screen. Y'all, this is crazy. It's gonna work. And even some bonus things you can do for a relationship. I want you to start faking phone calls. So you're on a walk, you have headphones on, fake a phone call. How would your dream relation sound, feel like in your body? I want you to start to practice that. And yeah, in the shower, how would you talk to them? What's your ideal dinner date, right? Play around with this. I do this all the time. And honestly, you can do this with any area of your life, but it's so good for a relationship. It just makes it so much easier. I want you to write about in your journal, how do they make you feel? How is this relationship different than others? How lucky and worthy you are. I want you to journal about that and really tap into that feeling, because when you tap into that feeling, that's when you make your desire manifest. And that's really the secret to life, you just feel the feeling, and then that desire becomes a reality, okay? So another example is for social media. If you are a social media shoddy out here trying to build a following and bring your light to the world, I want you to start to practice what it feels like to hit 5K, 10K, 20K, whatever amount of followers. I want you to start practicing what that feels like, journal about it. And I want you to imagine, okay, now that we've hit 10K, what are we going to do? What color balloons is your 10K balloon going to be, right? Y'all, it's crazy, because one day you're going to look back and your vision board is your current reality. I felt like that. I remember when I hit 10K a couple weeks back, it was funny. A couple days later, I was on my home screen and my Pinterest board popped up. And what was on my Pinterest board? It was the exact 10K balloons that I had in my living room. And I was like, what is going on here? But it's one of those things. I prepared my nervous system, my energy, my vibration to hold 10K followers, okay? And here's the thing about life. We never know exactly how it's going to happen. And that, honestly, the how doesn't matter. It really does not matter. But how we feel and the ability to hold what you are calling in, that's what matters, okay? So if you are a social media babe, I want you to go ahead, print out your social media profile, paste on your ideal follower account, Photoshop. I use Canva, okay? And I want you to just look at it and just be like, how does this make me feel? Now that I have 10K followers, how are we going to impact the world? What are we going to start posting about, I want you to really think about this. This is a preparation workshop, and this is preparing your energy to hold the blessings that are yours, okay? And the same thing for your career. I want you to practice in the shower, on the phone, receiving that call that you got the promotion, that you got the job. I want you to rehearse this phone call. Act like someone just told you and celebrate. Are you going to have a party? I want you to plan it out, okay? Get into that energy, because when you get into that energetic state, you are incrementally expanding your capacity to receive. And honestly, I think in life, this is so underrated. In life, I feel like as our soul evolves, all we're doing is just expanding our capacity to receive and redefining what life really is, okay? So that was number one, incremental increases. I gave a ton of examples. Feel free to go back and comment below if you have any questions or if there's another area of your life. I would love to help you, okay? Number two, nervous system regulation. This is a little bit more preparing your actual physical body for what your energy already holds. Because remember, before anything exists materially, it exists energetically, right? So nervous system regulation is going to allow your body to hold what is already yours, right? But think about it like this. I want to give you an analogy because I'm a very visual person. I want you to think about that thing that you desire. Maybe it's your relationship. Maybe it's that dream body. Maybe it is that career, you know, whatever it is, whatever that goal is that you thought about at the beginning. I want you to think about that right now, okay? And I want you to imagine there's a big old basket in front of you. And think about your aura. I want you to see your aura like a giant, like circular donut basket, okay? And you're in the center. Okay, this basket already holds everything you desire. It's already in your energetic frequency. It's already in the geometry of your energy, okay? The thing is, it will only enter your reality once you are physically ready to hold it, okay? Because the thing is, life itself operates in balance. Your energy can absolutely hold everything. But if you physically cannot hold it, it will not come. Because why? It's imbalance. The moment you physically can hold and truly just take in something is the moment it comes, because there's no longer an imbalance, okay? Life will always seek balance. And I could honestly make that a whole episode here, but I really want to just dig into this idea of this basket analogy, this donut basket around you. It's already around you, but it will not be given to you until you can carry that basket, right? You're not going to give a little kid a 20-pound weight if they can't carry that, right? So God loves you, and it's the same way. He's not going to give you something he knows will hurt you. Sometimes he gives us stuff to make us stronger, and that feels like hurt, but when we look back, it was just really like in the gym, you know, when you're holding that plank and it starts to burn, it starts to hurt. When we are giving challenges and obstacles in life, it's the same thing. It's just doing a plank. It's just making our spiritual and energetic self stronger. So anytime you're faced with a challenge in life, I want you, instead of asking, why is this happening? Ask, what is this trying to teach me? Because recently I had a health experience this past week, and it's one of this could be another episode too, signs your frequency is shifting. And I was eating foods that no longer aligned with who I am. And that caused me to have a series of health things, like boom, 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 happen. And I'm like kind of heading out of it now, you know, and I'm leaving that lesson. But in the beginning, instantly I went, why is this happening? Why? But I had to shift. And the moment I asked, what is this trying to teach me? I felt my little angel tingles. And we all feel our angels in different ways, but I feel them, they like tingle on my feet, tingle on my ankles, or tingle on my hands. And I remember I felt that tingle. I was like, oh, I'm like, okay, it's a lesson. It's a lesson. So I'm still trying to understand everything from this past week, but I want you to, we're going to come back to this analogy, right? So God loves you. He will only give you things that make you stronger, but at the same time, he's not going to give you something that you physically cannot handle, right? He doesn't want to collapse you. So 2 ways I want you to regulate your nervous system. Number 1, psychological sighs. It's a deep breath in through your nose. Another deep breath at the top of your inhalation. And then sighs, you exhale through your mouth. So 3 steps. Inhale. Step 2, another deep inhale at the top of that first inhale. And step 3, sigh and release. Do that a couple times and just notice your energy, y'all. I tell you, this is like the golden secret of life, the psychological sigh. It will change your life. It has changed mine, and it will change your nervous system. I can give you so many different tools here. I'm only going to be the ones that have profoundly changed my life. Number 1, psychological sigh. Number 2, getting still. Purposefully finding a moment in the beginning of the day, preferably in the morning, where you have 5-10 minutes where you're either grounding your energy or doing a little meditation, okay? I have a 13-minute grounding meditation on my YouTube. You can go check that out if you're interested. I'm honestly probably going to post a couple more, so stay tuned on a YouTube channel. But yeah, my life has profoundly changed since I've taken the time to get grounded. Because think about this. Okay, a willow tree. I was at a funeral a couple weeks ago, and one of my mom, actually, she was saying how someone we love is like a willow tree. They're so strong. And a little while later, I was at church and my pastor was talking about this idea of a willow tree. And the thing is, willow trees are built different, y'all, because willow trees, when the wind comes, yeah, the leaves on top of the ground rustle, the branches shake, but the roots dig deeper. The roots go deeper, get stronger, firmer, more solid. When you choose to intentionally ground your energy, when you choose to intentionally meditate, you are that willow tree. You're digging those roots deep. So even when the wind comes, you stand your ground. You stay in your power. And we can do a little grounding exercise together right here, okay? If you're driving, be careful. You can pause and come back to this later. Please don't do this while you're driving. But I invite you to just take a nice deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. Another deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. Good. Now, I simply want you to just bring your awareness to the base of your spine, your root chakra. And imagine this root chakra. I want you to imagine a little ball of light at the base of your spine, okay? And as we continue to breathe in through our nose, out through our mouth, I want you to channel your inhaled breath into this ball. And I want you to imagine this ball beginning to just go circle, circle, in circular motions, whatever direction, whatever speed, just beginning to circle. And now I want you to imagine a little cord pops out from your ball. And this cord starts to extend down from your body, down through the floor, through the ground, through the layers of earth, all the way connecting to the center of the earth. Now seeing your root chakra connected through this cord to the center of the earth. And I want you to take a nice deep inhale in through your nose, out through your mouth. Send any energy you no longer need down this cord into the center of the earth, allowing it to neutralize. Beautiful. Let's take one last deep inhale in through your nose, out through your mouth. And when you're ready, gently, slowly open your eyes. You're perfect. You're beautiful. I hope you feel that peace. Y'all, it's almost like, ooh, you just feel so good. But every time you intentionally ground your energy, and I hope it's daily. I really do. You're building those roots in the tree. And I'm going to tell y'all something. For years, I was told also ground your energy. I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. Truth be told, I just didn't make time for it. And I physically felt the effects. I felt my energy being drained. All these things I'm not going to list. I noticed a positive impact on my life, in my relationships, in my finances, in my work, in every area of my life. It genuinely increased when I started grounding my energy every day. So I hope you treat your spiritual hygiene like your tooth hygiene, your teeth, okay? Like, just like you brush your teeth every day, you should be grounding your energy every day, okay? So that's really nervous system regulation. Last but not least, an inner work question. So when these moments in life do come up, when these moments of opportunity, when these moments of stepping to the next level, it's an exciting time. But again, remember balance in life. There's always duality, polarity, just like there's light and dark. There's hot and cold. There's male and female. There's up, there's down. There's always polarity in life. So whenever we are met with this next level, we're also met with maybe self-sabotage, maybe doubt, maybe, that shrinking feeling, okay? So we're going to address how to overcome that right here, right now. And I want you to see every moment where you're wanting to shrink as an opportunity to actually address old wounds that taught you this next level wasn't safe. Because at some point in our life, we learned that whatever we desire, if you have fear around it, we learned at some point in life that it wasn't safe. So here's how to address that, okay? And this is how to step into your next level and stop self-sabotage, okay? I want you to ask yourself, whenever, for example, maybe that dream relationship comes into your life. This amazing, amazing guy starts serenading you, loving you, treating you right. And all of a sudden, you start to notice these patterns of maybe, I don't know, being mean to him or not liking him, you know. I want you to pause, and instead of reacting, I want you to respond and ask, what is this showing me? What is this bringing up? And maybe it's bringing up a memory from a kid or a past life, okay? I want you to ask yourself then, what am I allowing this to mean about me? For example, if it's this relationship, this dream relationship comes into your life, and all of a sudden you start to self-sabotage, you start to, you know, everyone's self-sabotage is different, but maybe you pull back, maybe you stop showing your truth. You know, I want you to ask yourself, what is this bringing up? And maybe think back to a time in your life where being seen was associated with not being safe. When you showed your belly, so to speak, like a dog shows you their belly to rub it, you were hurt instead of loved, okay? So think about a time in your life where that happened, and then ask yourself, what am I allowing this memory to mean about me? Maybe it's that when you are vulnerable, you're gonna get hurt. Maybe that was your truth. So ask yourself, is this absolutely true? Is this absolutely true? Every time in my life I have been vulnerable, have I been hurt? And is this true for every single other person in the world? If it's a no, if it's not true for you, if it's not true for every single person on this earth, then it is not an absolute truth, and it is a lie. You have been told to play it small and to keep yourself quote unquote safe. Okay, so now that we've identified that, what's your new truth? What is your new way of being in the world? Okay, maybe it's, I deserve this relationship because I'm amazing, or I deserve a relationship because I'm alive. I'm a human being who deserves love, okay? Whatever you want your new truth to do, but I want you to do that. Whenever you are met with resistance, understand resistance is simply an opportunity to grow deeper. Grow those roots deeper. I want you to channel willow tree energy this week, okay? And I want you to comment below this episode, maybe what this brought up for you, maybe what level, area of your life are you trying to level up right now, okay? My beautiful souls, my beautiful friends, my soul growers, I'm so happy you're here with me this week, and I hope you're able to understand the frequency of visibility and use these methods to tap into that next level, because your next level wants you, and the only thing you have to do is align and it's yours. So I will see you next week. I love you. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day. Mwah. Until next time.